Finally. What? You know what? I need to stream to Twitch too. Not Twitch. TikTok.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is your captain.
Love.
Hi, Queen Elma. Let me see.
DJ Cash is there too.
What is it?
Right down there.
Oh, hi.
Have you guys protected your account?
What?
Me, I've not, and my sister.
Okay, Disneyland. Okay. I was gonna say if it's Disney World.
Go ahead.
You don't know.
I don't want to watch live. I want to go
Sale
live.
on link number 1. So guys, link
Bruh.
number 1 is
Your voice makes me want to punch you in the face. Just Just letting you know.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no.
Bruh. Maybe TikTok's not going to be an option. Ow, it's hurting. Ooh, I can do it. I'm trying to figure out how to get live on TikTok. I used to do it through Streamlabs, but I'm using OBS Studio now, so but it would be nice because I need it to be on portrait mode, which is going to make it hard to stream coding in portrait mode. Huh. Eyes getting dry. Wait, what? Why didn't I automatically sign in? Any problems? Bruh. Mm. Given the root of a binary tree, return the lowest common ancestor of its deepest leaves. The node of a binary tree is a leaf if and only if it has no children. The depth of the root of the tree is 0. The depth of a node is D. The depth of each of its children is D plus 1. Lowest common ancestors of a set S of nodes is node A. Wait, what? Ah, I get it. Just looking at the picture, I get it. So you find a leaf or the node lowest that has children, basically. Not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. My pen's working? Hell yeah. Oh, it's a little laggy if you... If we got a tree, 1 point 2. So we would want that node, right? So is that what we return? Let's find out. Yep, 274. So I could do a depth first search. Actually, a breadth first search might, because if we go depth first, we'd go here, here. Post order reversal. Naive freak. I don't remember how to do a post in order traversal. I guess I'm gonna have to figure that out first. God, I ain't messed with binary trees in a while. Remind me of a post order traversal. Is that where you use the Q? Oh, okay. Iteratively. Oh, nope. Fuck that. Oh, yeah. Okay. One second. Function. First. Node. If there's no node, return null for now. And then traverse node dot left. Traverse node dot right. Node dot val. Oh, I got a caught. Wait, what? Oh. Six, 7, 4, 2, 5, 0, 8, 1. Alright, so if we do depth, do test. I'm gonna get. Why is that not working like I'm picturing? I think that's something to do with how the. Bruh, I did do that. It still didn't work like I thought. Wait, what? Oh, it was giving me something. I was reading it wrong. It comes out. Yeah, fuck. 6, 7, 6. I guess it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should go up to 8. I guess it goes to 9 because of that. I need lowest common ancestor. Please. No solutions. Just nudge in right direction. Alright, let's test something. Oh! Hmm. Fuck you. Well, I need to practice my recursion. It looks like it's gonna be more of a thinking night again. Oh man. Oh, I think I gotta use the bathroom. I'm pretty sure you have to return to pass it to the next call. And oh, that helps. All right, yeah, I gotta try to use the bathroom real quick. I don't get any streams people in here. Wait, why is it still? Oh, what? Okay, I am streaming. Okay. Okay, I am streaming. Okay. He's still working on that
All right,
game?
welcome to episode 3 of the stand-up. For those that haven't been informed of what's been happening, TJ and I and a whole bunch of people piled into a tower for 7 straight days and programmed a tower defense game. Yes, you're seeing it here live. There are sound effects, but I've turned it off so that the sound wouldn't keep on going. It's going to be a card-based, rogue-like tower defense where towers can upgrade and fun things can happen. This is just level 1, wave 1. Should be very, very easy to get through. And we did all of this in 7 days without any pre-work. 10:31 on Friday morning, we did get a knit, and this is where we got to after 7 days, which I think is pretty great. We had an amazing artist, Adam C. Eunice, to join on here. He did incredible artwork, I'd say, for those days. Very, very impressed. This black bar, it is going to mean something at some point. Doesn't mean anything right now. And anyway, so we have on with the stand-up a regular character, Casey Moratori, a legendary game guy, and I was going to just start asking him some questions about just, okay, we have a base game. Where do we go now? What are the things, because obviously the mechanics are things we don't want. We want to make a lot of changes to the mechanics, but let's pretend we have kind of the mechanics solved, or we have the idea of what we want to build kind of solved. Where does somebody go from, I have a game started, to I have a game on Steam? What are the things that I should know? Because I've never done this. I've barely opened up Steam. I just usually go straight to the game. And when I do go to Steam, it's just to library game. Like I've never done the whole 9 yards on it. So help me here.
Gotcha. So I'm very glad that is the framing, because as everyone who follows my stuff knows, I am terrible at game design. So you would need to like phone a friend and get Jonathan Blow in here or something to like, if you wanted that part. But yeah, if you're just talking about the mechanics. So I guess I assume you will have no trouble with the literal aspect of launching a game on Steam, which means, you know, just like
creating
signing
an
up for
account
Steam Deck, what else? So, you know, I mean, you've dealt with much worse stuff than that in web deployment, so that's not really a thing. So I assume you're talking mostly about like the act of polishing a game, like taking it from like, I have a little prototype into this is something that people are going to want to play and want to pay for.
Correct, because I don't know a lot of the downfalls. Like some things I'm worried about is that I'm not like there's some part of games that we haven't done. Like right now, there's no animations. Notice that everything's kind of popping straight up. Right, there's none of that stuff, and I just worry.
like what the important stuff is. Just really like just grand scheme of thing. So a lot of people, when they look at a successful game and they think like, I'm going to do one of those, a lot of times they overlook the parts that were very important about that game actually being successful. They tend to focus on like
Oh, I can't. No. I can't. That sucks.
the meta layer of the game. And it's not that the meta layer of the game isn't important. Like, you know, is there a skill tree? Like, what happened? You know, how do I get new abilities in this game? How much do things cost in the economy? That stuff's obviously all important, so I'm not saying it's not. But the most important thing for people playing and enjoying a game is at the very micro level. And this is what you do when you actually literally interact with the game, right? Because if game was all about that bigger level, everyone would just be like playing chess or something, right? It's like the thing about video games is this audio visual interactive feedback that they're getting when they're interacting with the game directly. And we usually talk about that as polish. Sometimes I've heard people talk about second to second gameplay, things like this. But generally what it means is taking a look at what you've got now, right? The main thing that you want to push forward on in like the next phase, when you're at the point, like you said, where like you're pretty happy with, you understand where the game's going design-wise or whatever. The thing you want to push forward on is, how does it feel great to execute the basic things I do in this game? So it looks like what you've got here is a card picker, right? This is a game where I pick cards, I play the cards onto the screen, and I see a change in the overall strategy developing on that screen, right?
Correct.
And then you've got a second part, which is I start the wave, and you know, this is traditional tower defense. That means the wave coming in and watching what happens there is a big part of the game as well. So you have two broad phases, and both of these, what we're trying to do, if we want to take this game and make it great, right? We're trying to polish those so they feel amazing. So does that make, just before I go any further, does that make sense what I'm saying so far?
Yeah, and so when you say polish, you don't just simply mean add an animation. You're also talking about like the number of clicks. How does someone get a feedback? How does someone know that their action's good, bad? Like, how do they know big number go up? How do they know big number go up?
Everything that you can possibly think of that's about the person getting kind of immersed in that moment. And as stupid as it seems, this is a huge part of making a game successful. So if you go down to, you know, like let's just take the cards, for example. An entire phase of this game is going to be about picking a card and picking a location for that card, right?
Correct.
So as we move over the cards, we want to see them respond in like a magical way or in some way that feels right for your setting. I'm picking magical because this looks like kind of a little bit of a fantasy style thing, right?
Yep.
We want it to feel magical to scan over the cards. Maybe we want a little bit of like motion in the cards if we can have that. You know, everything's based on budget. You're trying to maximize what you can, you know, what you get on the screen for what you can afford. But we want that process of passing over the cards and looking at the cards to feel very magical and exciting. You know, we've all played card picker games before. They're just dull, right? It's like, okay, all the cards are there, and you know, all right, maybe if I really love the meta design of this game, I'll do this activity. It can still work, but the low-level game programming of that game, they were doing themselves no favors because they didn't make that activity fun, right? That activity engaging and interesting. So we want to make that feel really good and very responsive. As I move the mouse, I want to see that happen. You want the cards to sort of like have this nice feel to them. And then when I finally pick a card, that has to feel good, right? It should have a sound, a nice deep sound that kind of comes in. It lets me know what's happening. The card raises up. It's like I'm prepared now, right?
Yeah.
So that, and like I said, there's nothing magic about what I'm saying. It's just you have to have gone through this process and know that. But it's like there's not, as I'm saying it, hopefully everyone's just like, yeah, duh, right? Like that's right. So you have to realize this is the case, very small step. Most of the work is in understanding how to get that feel, the code necessary to get that feel, and the artwork necessary to get that feel within the budget you have. If you're Ubisoft and you're going to spend $10 million on every card because it's a $500 million game or whatever, right? Then, okay, there's like a 3D animated head that comes out of the card and there's, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Ubisoft will screw something else up. Sorry, Ubisoft.
Yeah, they won't launch it correctly, but yes,
exactly.
They will spend a lot of money.
But they'll, that card will look amazing and it'll feel amazing. And, if they don't screw up, then it's not too laggy or something, right? So, they have some downsides, but they will have all this extra ammo there that you won't have, right? You're not going to have that money, but you can still, you can be smart about, maybe you have 1 or 2 frames or 3 frames of animation that you can afford per card or something like that, where it's like, it's not just one image and you change them a little subtly or things like that. Sorry, yeah?
Yeah, can I ask, when you say you could afford, what does that mean? What does affording mean in this situation?
So again, game development is like any other industry. It's all about maximizing what you actually have the resources to do. So like I just said, you are not going to go out and spend $500 million on this game because you're an individual. You would just keep the $500 million and retire. That's it, right? It's like, it's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to have some amount of money or resources that you're going to spend to produce the art. Like you're working with another artist, maybe they're in on it with you, maybe they're going to split the profits. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you have someone making some art and you have whatever you can afford to do, right? Whatever you're doing to make this art, there's a limit to how much you can produce. So when I say afford, you have to look and you have to go, okay, across all the things I need to polish, I only get this much artist time. So I have to pick carefully. If I need to know, can I afford multiple pictures for a card or can I only afford one? If I can only afford one, I know that limits very specifically the scope of what I can do to polish. But that's okay. I know I have to work with that.
I thought I needed to use the bathroom, but every time I go to use the bathroom, it just goes away and I don't need to use the bathroom anymore. So it is what it is. Okay. I didn't write that function, you wrote it. Oh. Oh, I think I get it. Because it'll start 0, 0, then it'll be 1, 2, 3. But then if it goes to the right, that'll be 1. It's still going to be 3. I got to get this mental model down. Because I've done this before. I just keep forgetting. Oh, it kind of makes sense. 3 because we start at 5 if we do root up. Okay. Bruh, this shit fucks my head. Oh shit. What the fuck? Bruh. My brother's fucking